Hello everybody! Today I wanted to show you how you can turn this old Pop-Tarts box into something really cute and adorable like this little tiny folio. Now I'll show you what it looks like on the inside. It's actually relatively simple. It's just tied around with a piece of lace and ribbon, and what we've got here is a little bit of lace trim and a lady on the front, a sentiment that says cherish every moment, and then we open it up and we've got some more ladies inside. She's glued in and it says trust your soul. She's in a pocket. There we go, and her pocket says escape the ordinary. And then we've got a couple more pockets with cards inside them as well. We've got this lovely lady in the middle and a little explore on there. This one says enjoy today, and it's got a picture of this lovely lady inside. So see, it's really simple. All we've got is 1, 2, 3 little pockets. We could make this into a pocket too if we wanted to. And then the front, and then the back is plain. So I'll put this aside and we'll just take this box and take it apart. There's 4 panels, as you can see in the Pop-Tarts box. And I am going to go ahead and first cut off these flaps. So I'm going to go ahead and use scissors to cut off these flaps. Okay, and you can keep some of these pieces if you want to. If you want to decorate them and make them into cards, you're absolutely welcome to. But for now, I think I'm going to just put mine aside. And now I'm going to go ahead and cut right in here. Well, first I'm just going to peel this up like so, where it connects. If you have a piece of paper that is big enough to go all the way across, you're welcome to use all 4 panels. They look like they, if this is trimmed down, it will fold. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cut off 1 panel. First, I'll show you what I plan on doing, and then I'll cut off this panel. So I've got this piece of scrapbook paper that I've decided I'm going to use to go all the way across all 3 panels. So that's why I'm going to cut off this panel. If you have a piece of paper that's big enough to fit all the way across all 4 panels, and you want to trim one of your panels down so that they all fold, by all means go ahead and make a 4-panel folder. If not, just go ahead and cut off the one like I'm about to do. And I guess it doesn't really matter which one you cut off. But I'm going to go ahead and cut off this back one because it would have to be trimmed down anyway in order for it to fit, for it to fold. So I'm going to hang on to this because you can make this into a very cool journaling card, or maybe 2 journaling cards. You can decorate these. So there, this folds like this. Very nice. So this is the beginning of our full little folio. Next thing that we're going to do is fold our piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper in half, up and down ways, if that makes sense. If you don't have a 12 by 12 piece of scrap paper, or scrapbook paper rather, you don't have to use this. You can use book pages, you can use collaging papers, you can collage all over the inside and the outside. Whatever you want to do is perfectly fine. And then with a design like this one, it's directional. So you see that the trees are going upwards and the people are going upwards. And I'm going to have to decide whether I want the people to face upwards on the outside or on the inside. I think what I'm going to do is, since mostly the inside is what we're going to be seeing, the outside will probably have an image on the front. I'm going to go ahead and make it so that the inside has the images going the right way up, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it makes sense to you. I'm going to go ahead and glue this right in here. Let's get our glue. I'm going to go ahead and use this Scotch glue stick, Scotch permanent glue stick. It's a very nice glue stick. So here we go. Let's start with the inside. There. Put that in here like so. Let's put it all the way to the edge so that we don't have any waste. Like that. There. I'm going to use my bone folder to press it down really good. That's the inside glued in. Now to glue the outside. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, we've got our paper all around our folder, and all we got to do now is trim off the excess and decorate. So yeah, we're almost done here. So next thing that we're going to do is cut off the excess. So we've got a little on the side and a little on the bottom. So I will get the trimmer and carefully trim where the Pop-Tart box ends, and then cut off the bottom. There, I folded it so I could see better where to cut. Okay, so there's our folio, and now let's just fold it where the creases were at. And it'll want to be a little stiff because of the extra paper that you've put on and the glue. So if you have something like a bone folder, you can use it to make your creases extra sharp. If you don't have a bone folder, you can use the handle of your scissors. It works really good too. And sometimes if I can't find my bone folder, I'll just use my scissors anyway. So you don't have to run out and buy new things if you don't have them. So okay, so now we've got our little folio folded, and now we just have to decide what we're going to put on here. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find some images to put on the folio. Let's see, I've got this package of images right here that I can use. So let's see what would look cute on here. I could put her on the front. She would look really good. And then if I put lace on the sides like I did to the other lady, it will cover up any upside down trees that you don't see, or that you see right now. And then if you turn this over, you can turn it over like this so that you could see the people in the images the right way up. So that's a thought, using her. Oh, that's really pretty right there. I like them. Let's see how that would look. I think that they might look really nice on there. So I've got this series of cards that I want to use to put in pockets inside the folio. So I'm going to just sift through here and pick out a few. I wish I could tell you where I got these. I honestly do not remember, and I'm so sorry, but you can put anything you want in there, obviously. So I'm going to just flip through here and find a few. I'm kind of liking the ones that are sepia toned, like this one, because it kind of goes with the brown. I'm liking the muted look, so I'm probably going to pick ones like this. So I'll just go through these. Okay, so I think these are good. I'm going to go ahead and use these. So we're going to put these as cards in pockets that we're going to use book pages to make the pockets out of. So we'll do that here in a second. And one of the things that I wanted to do to these images was round the corners a little bit. I think I'll do 2 at a time, and I'll use my corner rounder, and I'm going to just put it on the pointiest corner. So they're rounded a little bit, but not terribly so. And then we will commence to making the pockets. And since I measured these, I measured them to be 2.5 inches. I'm going to go ahead and make my pockets 3 inches across so that they're wide enough to fit the cards. So let's cut those down. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to mark it at 3 inches. Here's 3 inches. And then I'm going to use this metal ruler, and maybe I'll make sure that they're 3 inches across at the bottom as well. There's 3. Maybe I'll make a line. There, this way I can make sure this is lined up neatly when I'm tearing it. So I'm going to go ahead and tear these down. I have a few pieces of paper in here. A few book pages, I should say. So it looks like they'll fit. Should fit as long as we don't put too much glue on the sides. Yeah, that should work. I kind of like, let's see, I think I like her looking in, her sitting on the chair, and her there. And so now, to make our pockets fit, I think what I'm going to do is make these two a little diagonal pocket, and then this a pocket that is like regular. I will cut them down so that they are, let's see, how about 2.5 inches deep? That looks about right. 2.5 inches. We can always cut it down more if we want to. 2.5 inches. I'm just going to tear this down. There was no need for me to tear down so many pages because I'm only making 3 pockets. Oh well, what are you going to do, right? Okay, so this one, I will go ahead and make a little divot right here. And I can use a hole punch in order to do that. If you don't have a hole punch, you can just cut out with the little scissors, maybe make a triangle, like a little V. That would look pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and just take a snip out of this like that. And then I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to cut it exactly in half. Actually, what I think I'll do is I'll take 2 pieces of paper, 2 pieces of book page, and cut them on an angle. That way I have one that's on this side and one that's on this side. Is that going to work? So I'm just going to cut it right across. Yeah, because otherwise this one would be upside down. So I'm going to make another one just like it. There. Now I'll have 2 corner pockets and 1 middle pocket. And I'm going to go ahead and ink around the edges of those as well as the edges of the folio. Oh, in case you were wondering, I'm using, you can't tell anymore, but it says on there, Vintage Photo Distress Ink. So it got all inky, so you can't see it, but that's Vintage Photo. And I'm going to go ahead and go around the edge of the folio as well. I'm also going to do the folds just a little bit. There. Very nice. Now, all we need to do is glue on our images and our pockets and fill our pockets. So let's start with image number 1, the wedding couple. I think that'll look very nice on the front. I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of this one. And as a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go ahead and distress the edges a little bit using my little scissors like this. Let me show you. If you take your little scissors or your big scissors, but I like the little scissors because they're easier to control, and you scrape along the edges, that way when you ink the edges, it's going to turn out looking really rich. So just rough them up a little bit like this, and then we'll ink it. It's not super noticeable, but it does help. It does make it look really rich. There. So they're going to go on the front, and I think I'll ink the edges of her. She looks good here. And I'll glue her in first because that way we can get her out of the way. Again, I'm going to use this Scotch glue stick. And there. There she goes. Very nice, very nice. Now let's to put the wedding couple on the front. Where did they go? Here they are. There. There, they look nice, don't they? Okay, so now to glue in our little pockets, I'm going to use this art glitter glue. I keep a pin in the top, as you can see, so that it stays unclogged, but it sometimes clogs itself anyway. But we'll see how it goes. Before I glue these down, actually, I am going to decorate them with a little bit of stickers. I found some stickers that I wanted to use, and they're a little bit big, but I like the way they look because, again, they're not real colorful. They go along with the imagery on the background of the folio. So I just need to decide what to put on them. But I like these black and white ones, or just black ones, I guess, black and clear. In any case, we could do something like this. Kind of like that. That looks really good. I think that's how I'll do them, like this, but I'll cut off the excess, obviously. So first I will do this one. The way I'm going to do it is I'm going to cut off just a little bit of the backing so I can place the sticker on the pocket. I think that'll be good. It's just got a little bit of excess I'll cut off, and then cut off the excess of this, and finish peel off the backing. There. That's good. I think that'll work. Should I put these little stems over here? Maybe I will. Okay, so I put the rest of the sticker on the rest of the little pocket, and I'm going to go ahead and stick the stickers down on the rest of these too. Okay, so now I got the stickers placed on the pockets, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them down using my Barely Art Precision Craft Glue. So the way we'll do that is by gluing just the two sides of these corner ones, just the very, very edges, like so, and leave a little space so you have a margin. And there's one pocket, and I'll go ahead and glue in the others. I'm using the lines on the scrapbook paper to try to make sure that my pockets are on there even. Now I've got all the pockets glued in, and I'm ready to put in my cards and to put on a closure. Also, I was thinking of putting a little lace or some sentiments on the cards like I did with the other ones. One thing I did do is I inked around the edges of these cards, and let's see if they're dry enough to put in here. There's one. She fits. She fits. Now let's see if she fits. She does fit. She does. They all fit. And you know, you could really stuff these little pockets and put tons and tons of stuff in here if you wanted to. Wanted to just kind of keep it simple so that I can give you guys an idea of what you can do. I'm going to go ahead and get some lace and put some lace around the couple, and we'll make a closure as well. Okay, so I also found a little sentiment. It says true love on it, and I'm going to use that for the happy couple on the front. I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges of it just so it pops a little bit. If you don't have ink, you can use other things as a substitute for ink, or you don't have to use ink at all. One of the things that you can use is marker or eyeshadow or coffee. You can use like coffee sludge, stuff like that. If you want to use something that's like brown ink, but it's not brown ink. Let's see, where should I put this? Should I put it straight on or on an angle? Up at the top? Where should I put this? I guess on the corner like this. That's pretty good. And I'm going to put some lace around them too. So I want to make sure that this doesn't get completely covered up. So I found my bag of old antique lace that I had gotten from a garage sale a while ago. It's just got some old antique scrappy lace. So I think I'll just use something like this to go around the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off some lengths of this and use some of this. This is actually Fabri-Tac glue, which comes in a bottle like this. Fabri-Tac. But I put it in this bottle so it squeezes out easily. But this is what I'm going to use to glue the lace down. I'm going to try to weigh it down with something heavy, or I could use a paper clip and hold it shut. A paper clip might do the job. Let's take a look. Yeah, that holds it in place. Okay, so I cut some strips and I'm going to go ahead and glue them down. So how's that look? You think that looks pretty good? I think it looks pretty good. Gluing on the lace was a little bit fiddly, and I'm not really excited about the corners. If you don't have lace, I wanted to say, if you don't have lace, don't worry, you don't have to use lace. You certainly don't have to use lace at all. You can use washi tape or ribbon or trim or strips of paper or nothing at all. You could keep your folio as simple as you want it to be, or you can make it as embellished as you want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it like this, and I'm going to find a piece of lace long enough to use as a closure. Here's a nice one. I don't think that we need all of this, so we'll cut it down. There. If you don't have lace again and you want to make a closure, you can use twine, string, thread, embroidery floss, trim, ribbon, anything that you want. But this is what we've got here. This is our little Pop-Tart folio, and it is now finished. And let us open it up and take a look at it as if we were looking at it for the first time. So we're opening up our lace closure. We've got a married couple on the front. It says True Love, just peeking out. You know that it says True Love because you saw it before. And then we've got this lovely lady inside. And we've got our 3 little pockets with our 3 little lady cards inside, which we can also embellish further if we wanted to. So now we have our little Pop-Tart folio from today, and we have our one from before. So again, and this is what they look like. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and please leave a comment in the comment section because I love comments. Comments really, really make my day, and I will definitely answer every single one of them. And if you have any questions, let me know. If you have anything that you want to see done, let me know. And I will see you in the next video that I do. All right, talk to you later. Bye.